ठीक है कहीं भी नहीं स्टार्ट hello everyone today we'll study regarding our atmosphere it's very interesting topic that to know about our atmosphere which is basically it is we are studying dealing with the climatology. If you see the this the easier to know about our atmosphere. How atmosphere generally, before telling this one we have to know and then what is our atmosphere generally our generally if we say this one, our atmosphere, to know about our atmosphere. So if I draw a map here, this is our earth. Okay, this is our earth, and our earth is here surrounded by a vast expansion of air. Okay, our earth is that is surrounded by your vast expansion of air, that is which is known as our atmosphere, right? So we can say here that the vast expansion of air that envelops the earth all round, vast expansion of air that envelops the earth all round is called atmosphere. Basically it's called atmosphere. It's a vast expansion of air. That means here we came to know that our earth, which is surrounded by a expansion of our gaseous substance. If we say here, our atmosphere is a mixture of various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, ozone, nitrogen, argon, neon, helium, xenon and krypton. If we say our atmosphere is a various gases which is constitute your oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide, water vapor, nitrogen. So suppose if there is an order how to making this your gases in order, let us make it in an order. Gases in order of their rankings, that is your nitrogen, okay, then this is 78%, then your oxygen, that is 21%, then third it is your, if you see third, if you see make an order which are the gases of having their ranks, then nitrogen is coming in your first rank, that is you can make a note about this one, rank wise, that is nitrogen first, that is 78, oxygen then your 21%, then hydrogen, that is near about 0.8%. okay, hydrogen. And here if you see here, just 1 second, if I just, it is not saved, just 0.8%. okay, then argon, neon, helium, xenon and krypton. Here we see oxygen. We see oxygen is a life-giving gases. Oxygen is a life-giving gases to man and animals, where carbon dioxide is life for the plants. Basically carbon dioxide is life for the plant. Okay, carbon dioxide is the carbon dioxide percentage, it is near about 0.03%. basically carbon dioxide is basically 0.03% carbon dioxide, but still it is having the minimum percentage. It has got a very significant role in our atmosphere. It has got a very significant role in our atmosphere. ठीक है जी, है ना, 0.03%. How the role of carbon dioxide, the role of carbon dioxide is very crucial. How we can say? Only this is a life for the plants. Life for the plants means, which is generally strike to our mind, that it helps plants in photosynthesis. Generally, it helps plants in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, wherever it help the plants in photosynthesis. Generally, photosynthesis help. Then what is the other crucial role? Carbon dioxide act as a shielding agent, or we can say carbon dioxide keeps our earth warm by trapping heat. By trapping heat, it keeps our earth warm. Earth को warm रखुଛି by trapping heat. Our atmosphere is equated extends from sea level to about 64,000 km above the earth. Our atmosphere जोटा कि extend करिवा, which is extends from the sea level. Okay, extends from the sea level to the earth. Basically, sea level to the earth extends करछे. Okay, next what are the sources, how we came to know that atmosphere came, how it is we came to know that, what are the sources of information? From the analysis or from the experiment, it has been examined that the sources like radar wind sounding spacecrafts, and that is rain zone, or that is also it is called radio zone instrument, which is also named as your rain zone, radio zone instrument. Radio zone instrument is basically the instrument. It कौन करा जाए radio zone instrument रे? Radio zone instrument रे basically तोरा weather balloons use हुए, मन रखो, weather balloons, weather balloons are used basically. Weather balloons are used. Radio zone instrument, weather balloons are used, and basically balloons are what happened? Balloons are hydrogen gas नहीं, through the use of hydrogen gas को balloon टा ऊपर केन जीवा hydrogen gas खाली कौन hydrogen gas भी use करा जाए, neon भी करा जाए. The balloons are hydrogen. Most of us we see that in our Republic Day parade, these balloons are used. Balloons are used basically, hydrogen balloons. These balloons are used for your hydrogen gas. Balloons are used through the hydrogen gas. They send to the upper atmosphere level, and from that it is gathered to know about our atmosphere. Let us know. देखियो आगे को. Here we see here. Here our atmosphere is broadly categorized in 4 layers. Basically, there are 4 layers where our atmosphere is broadly categorized. First is your troposphere, that is which is 0 to 18 kilometer. Troposphere is your 0 to 18 kilometer troposphere. Then your stratosphere, okay, that is tropopause to 50 kilometer, troposphere, then stratosphere, then mesosphere, then thermosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and your thermosphere. Let us see here. Here see, This just look at this diagram. This diagram, okay, this diagram is worth to see this one. What is troposphere? If we see, troposphere is grouped into see here this our atmosphere is divided into troposphere. This is this is stratosphere, troposphere, stratosphere is here. Troposphere is it is here one rating as at 2 kilometer to 18 kilometer. 8 kilometer is at pole. Just see, then we will discuss one by one. Okay, 8 kilometer, and here it is our till equator, it is 18 kilometer troposphere. Yeah, this is the width of the troposphere. Yeah, we'll see. See, this is the rainfall is there, clouds. Okay, then it is stratosphere, and this is one your airplane. If I am drawing here, this is airplane particularly. Okay, here it is ozone layer. This is ozone layer is here. Okay, and this troposphere which extends from 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer, and then 50 to 80 is your mesosphere, then 80 to 400 it is your ionosphere. ठीक है, ionosphere, and ionosphere is the lower layer of thermosphere. Thermosphere lower layer है ना, ionosphere. Here it is. We'll discuss this one. Here see, in this layer one radio waves reflect back to excuse me. Then if you see, there is an just look at here, the temperature decreases here with height अनुसार temperature decrease होची. Then here temperature is increase. Here it is one decrease, one increase, then decrease, then increase. है decrease, then increase, then decrease, increase. This is an alternative band, right? Decrease होची, then increase होची, then it is decrease, then it is increase. Okay. We'll see one by one, discuss the one. Then first is your troposphere. Troposphere, if you will see, it is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It is the lowest layer of atmosphere that lies closest to the Earth's surface. Basically, it is lies closest to the Earth's surface, lowest layer. All climatic weather phenomena, takes place in this layer. A layer, all climatic weather phenomena takes place. This layer contains your dust particles. Over 90% of Earth's water vapor. It is the lowest layer of the atmosphere which is closest to the Earth's surface. Earth's surface is close. All climatic weather phenomena takes place in this layer. A layer, all climatic weather phenomena takes place. Let's look at here. See? Yeah, here it is raining. All climatic weather phenomena take place here. Okay. This is very interesting to know. Then you will see this layer contains your dust particles and over 90% of Earth's water vapor. Earth's water vapor. 90% of the Earth's water vapor is concentrated here. Normally, temperature decreases. Normally, temperature decreases with increase in height. Okay. Normally, temperature decreases with increasing height in this layer. in this layer temperature decreases with increase in height, right? That means every 1 degree, okay, 1 degree cent in 165 meter ascent. Here temperature what happened, it is 1 degree centigrade decrease for 165 meter ascent. माने प्रति 165 meter तुम ऊपर को गले your temperature decrease करछे 1 degree. It means that one, है ना? For every 165 meter if you move ahead, okay, then your 1 degree centigrade decrease. Yeah? Just here we look out again. Temperature decrease with height. Temperature decrease with height. The height ऊपर जो temperature your decrease is there. This phenomena is called normal lapse rate. This phenomena is called your normal lapse rate. Since we go प्रति 105 मीटर ऊपर गले, that is 1 degree centigrade your decrease temperature, 1 degree centigrade decrease. This is called your NLR, normal lapse rate. This is called. This is called your normal lapse rate. Okay. Next. The height of troposphere is maximum at equator. Equator rate is maximum, which is about 18 km, and minimum at poles is about 8 km. Equator rate has this is height, that is 18 km, and minimum at poles which is 8 km. Minimum at poles, that is 8 km. Troposphere height kahinki? Why it is like so? Troposphere height, it is 18 km. Equator pakka is 18 km, and it is poles it is 8 km. Why it is height? It is because the thickness is greatest at the equator due to heat transported to great heights. Okay, heat transported to the great heights by strong convectional currents. Okay, by strong convectional currents, the heat is transported to great heights. ठीक है जी? ठीक है जी? Heat is transported to great heights by the strong convectional currents. Strong convectional currents means what? When this particular happens, when strong convectional current, strong convectional currents is basically due to intense, let's make a note of it, intense heating near equator and tropics. Okay, intense heating due to it is near equator and tropics. Intensity. Okay. Heating near equator and tropics. Why? It is just, I am making a diagram here again. You see here, this is our Earth and this is Sun. The equator, (0 to 10 degree north and south, here intense heating, and this is your entirely your tropics. Okay, top of the troposphere, it is limited by an imaginary line called tropopause. This is, you see, this is a line, this is called tropopause, this line. This line is called your tropopause. This tropopause line that separates troposphere and stratosphere. Tropopause line separates troposphere and stratosphere. If you see here, this tropopause line separates your troposphere and stratosphere. Right? This tropopause line, it is an imaginary line. Okay. So this is all about your troposphere. Now, see here. See. Then your stratosphere. Just see here. It is stratosphere. Just 1 second. Troposphere is here, then your stratosphere, then mesosphere, then thermosphere, then exosphere. Here it is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, ionosphere. Here it is, see, stratosphere, one aircraft. देखो एटी गोटे प्लेन उड़ुची, एयरप्लेन. अच्छा, किए मत कहि देखो एटी वेदर बेलून जाउतला जो रेडियो साउंड रे. Here one you see, just एटी देखो. Flight at troposphere भी तो उड़ पड़ता है ना, but majorly why it is in the stratosphere? कौन पाए? Why it is in the stratosphere? If you see here, this is the reason. Let's know. Because of the clouds are absent there. That is why. Let us know in detail. The stratosphere lights that extends up to a height of 50 km, generally up to a height of 50 km. Temperature increases with increase in height. इस जगह कौन हुए? The temperature increases with increase in height in this layer. Okay, temperature increases with increase height in this layer. Here, the presence of ozone layer is existed here. Presence of ozone layer is existed here. This layer has immense importance. This layer has immense importance as it is absorbs sun's harmful violet UV rays. Particularly, this layer has immense importance. It has sun's, as it absorbs sun's harmful UV rays. Sun ro jo harmful UV rays absorbs करे and saves us from the dreaded diseases. Dreaded diseases it has saved करे. The stratosphere layer is responsible for your aviation activities. The aviation activities which the stratosphere layer is responsible. It is due to the absence of air. It is due to the absence of air, pockets and bumps. Basically, it is due to the absence of air pockets and bumps. Clouds are almost absent here. आउटे पूर्व में डिस्कस करते कि कहीं फ्लाइट ये जगह भल कि उड़ुची यार रीजन है फ्लाइट ये जगह भल कि फ्लाई कर पारे इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ clouds are morely absent. तमे ये डायग्राम तमे देखि परतो मोस्ट ऑफ द क्लाउड्स आर हियर देखो हैला clouds are here. And that is the main reason it huddles on, and most of the cases there is also lightning and thunderstorm है बिजुली और घड़घड़ी मारे है से जो देखो बिजुली और घड़घड़ी तो मोस्टली it is absent है so stratosphere is mostly flowed. See, that is why they mentioned here the stratosphere layer is responsible for your aviation activities due to the absence of air pockets and bumps of center. Then in that particular layer there are some rare clouds that is mother of pulse. There are some rare clouds that is called your mother of pulse are also found here. There are some rare clouds that is known as your mother of pulse. Mother of pulse also found here this area. Then it is your mesosphere. Above stratosphere layer is your mesosphere layer exists. Above stratosphere their major your layer is exists your mesosphere. This layer extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. This layer extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. This layer extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. Here again temperature decreases with increase in height. Here you can see देखो ये स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर है जब तुम देखियो एठी जेमति तमरो नॉर्मल लैप्स रेट फेनोमेना होतला जोटा कि टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज करतला हाइट ऊपर जियर संगे ट्रोपोस्फियर रे सेमति स्ट्रेटोस्फियर रे टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होते हाइट बढ़े संगे जेमति हाइट बढ़ुची हैला टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करी जाउची सेमति ए जगह तुम देखि परियो टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज करछ हाइट संगे माने एठी डिक्रीज कला पुणी एठी इंक्रीज कला पुणी एठी डिक्रीज कला हैला डिक्रीज इंक्रीज देन डिक्रीज अगेन पुणी ए जगह कोन हो इंक्रीज हैला तुम देखियो decrease then increase then decrease then increase there is a subsequent the layer wise decrease increase and increase there decrease increase then increase right then you see here stratosphere layer of this is mesosphere layer exists. This layer extends up to a height of 80 km. Here again temperature decreases in increase in height. Here just see the lowest temperature recorded here is minus 100 degrees centigrade. Here one of the most lowest temperature also recorded, that is your minus 100 degrees centigrade temperature. Lowest temperature is recorded in this place. Okay, there are some rare night sounding clouds is there, that is called your Noctilucent Clouds. Okay, that is called your Noctilucent Clouds are seen here in occasional summer nights. Sometimes what happens in summer nights, there your occasional night shining clouds are visible here. Occasional night shining clouds, they are visible, are seen here. That is called your Noctilucent Clouds generally. These call your Noctilucent Clouds in occasional summer nights. Okay. Next, your thermosphere. Next we see it is your thermosphere. One thing I have to just add here, just hold on. In this layer, the meteors burn completely. In this layer, the meteors burn completely. A layer meteors mane jo upuru, that is they burn completely in this layer. Meteors mane jodi tame you can see here how meteors burn here completely. These are the meteors. Okay, and here it looks about one Karman line upare. Just I am writing here about Karman line. The Karman line is the outer limit, outer boundary limit. The Karman line is our outer boundary limit of Earth's surface. Just 1 second. Boundary we can say better, it is the boundary line between our atmosphere and outer. Just I am जोटा मैप रे हमर देछि डायग्राम रे तो सेटा हम डिफाइन कर दोछु. Okay, and our outer space, it generally considered as 100 kilometer, generally considered as the 100 kilometer limit. That is called your Karman line. Basically, is the boundary between our atmosphere and outer space. Okay, so it is clear now. This is 100 kilometer. It is generally considered as a 100 kilometer limit. Then next is your, we'll see the thermosphere. Thermosphere we'll see. Karman line पर we'll see the mesosphere. The mesosphere we'll see here, and the meteors burns completely. Then thermosphere. Thermosphere we have seen. The thermosphere layer is called. It is above the mesosphere basically. Above the mesosphere, one line, that is your called your mesosphere, which is thermosphere, that is above the mesosphere it is located. The lower part is electrically charged layer, that is called your ionosphere. This is you can diagram from say. in our handwritten diagram, this is ionosphere. This is the lowest layer. Basically, it is the lowest layer. A part. This is the lowest layer. Okay, this is the lowest layer. You see, ionosphere. This is the lowest layer of thermosphere. We can say this particular layer is the lower part, and this is electrically charged layer, that is called your ionosphere. This is electrically charged layer. Basically, it is electrically charged layer. Okay, it is electrically charged layer. Here, the radio waves for communication system, the radio waves for the communication system is transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth. Generally, what happens? The radio waves for the communication system is transmitted from the earth and are reflected back to the earth by this layer. The temperature again start increasing with height due to radiation from the sun. Here what happens? The temperature again starts increasing with height due to radiations from the sun. Okay? The temperature again starts increasing with height due to radiations from the sun basically. Just you can say here two things we'll see. See one satellite communication here. I'll come back to this diagram again. Just see here in this diagram. See here. This is ionosphere, which is electrically charged, that we know here. Ionosphere basically, why it is here? It is famous. It is important. It is electrically charged ions. This is electrically charged ions. Right? It is electrically charged ions. These ions, what the radio waves, which are sending from the earth surface, that is reflected back. How? See, in today's our communication system in our life is much important. Communication system. Communications mane, it is basically our telecommunication. We are using internet. If we say we are using internet, okay, mobile for communication or for mobile for chat, we are doing any work. Let's say your total IT industry, total IT industry, they are all dependent on this telecommunications basically. They are all dependent on your telecommunications basically. Telecommunication they are more dependent on that. Internet, mobile for chat, and IT industries, they are much more dependent on your this radio waves electrically. What happened? Earth through when they send to the earth upper, they again reflected back. Why reflected back? Because of this electrically charged ions. These electrically charged ions, which is basically what? They are negatively charged, remember. They are negatively charged, right? They are negatively charged, and that is where they are reflected back to the earth's surface. So, because of them, our communication system in the earth is much responsible. It is of because those communication system. Okay. So again you see in this map ଆମ अर्थ रे जो सैटेलाइट particularly है ना सैटेलाइट जो रिवर होची this is in this layer, this layer is much है ना this layer is much important for this communication of satellite, we can say. Okay, next see. So that is why we say that radio waves, the communication system is transmitted from the earth, reflected by this layer. Then temperature, the temperature again starts increasing in height due to radiation from the sun. Sun पाखरु जो radiations आछे again इटी height बढ़ुचे. एटी देखो temperature increases with height. पर देखो increase पुणी decrease पुणी increase पुणी decrease है ना. It is an by nature rating decrease कला पुणी increase कला पुणी decrease कला पुणी increase कला है ना. It is by increase or decrease rate. Next, there is an important part, that is the upper part of the atmosphere, which is called your exosphere. The upper part of the atmosphere, which is generally known as your exosphere. Exosphere, generally we see, this is see in the exosphere. This you can see here, exosphere here, thermosphere, 400 km above your exosphere exists. Just look at here in this diagram. Exosphere exists. This is also called your exobase also. Exosphere exists here. Okay, see what you see here, exosphere, the atmosphere become thin. Our atmosphere, okay, our atmosphere gradually thin and rarefied. Our atmosphere gradually thin and rarefied, basically. Thin and rarefied. Atmosphere become thin and rarefied, and gradually it merges with the space. Gradually it merges with the space. Space रे कौन हुए? इटा merge ही जाए. ठीक है जी? Gradually it merges in the space. Just you can see here that one. See here, atmosphere is very thin. Okay, atmosphere is very thin and rarefied, and gradually, and this part is gradually merges with the outer space. Outer space अगर कौन हुई, it gradually merge करी जाए again, है ना? It gradually merges with your outer space. Right. Next, we'll do some questions now. Take care. This is all about our atmosphere, structure of the atmosphere. I hope it will as an immense helpful for your understanding. Okay. Next, see, we'll practice some questions. See, if I say what is the lowest temperature are found, where you can say the lowest temperature are found, where it is the lowest temperature are found. A, it is tropics, over equator, over the poles, okay, and it is none. Yes, but we can choose the lowest temperature. Lowest temperature, if we see, most of the students they go for it is the poles. Lowest temperature, okay, but normally it is not your poles. Your answer is your lowest temperature. Normally it is found over the equator. Hello? Lowest temperature. Okay, just 1 second. Lowest, just here, lowest temperature range. See, lowest temperature range is generally found over equator. Range. Range means, particularly if I say range, it means maximum minus minimum. Yeah, maximum, lowest temperature range means maximum. Generally equator रे तमरा maximum 37 degree centigrade जाए equator रे, and when your approaches, afternoon approaches संगे संग गरम जो कोने वर्षा हेडी heavy rainfall ही जाए खरा बेले बेटा जान चलिए, लेकिन maximum temperature 30 भीतर रहेगा, 30-31 like this one. So जब हमें minus करिवा 37 minus 30 degree centigrade is equal to 7 degree centigrade. So it is the lowest. The same जैसा पोल रे पाइबनी, पोल रे इतने पाइबनी because वर्कोयांस को प्लेस रशिया रे जो तारा maximum temperature जदि minimum temperature जदि minus 140 degree centigrade, then maximum तार रहेगा सेठी केते -40. तो तुम जदि करिवो -140 -40 is near about 100 degree centigrade. हेला ट्रॉपिक्स रे भी से बडा माने बेसी रहइबो, माने नियर अबाउट 20 डिग्री रेंज रहइबो, माने जदि 50 हबो ताले 15 हे जिवो, देन 35 अराउंड. सो से जो लोएस्ट टेंपरेचर रेंज माने हम इक्वेटर धरिबो. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिखिबा, of the total mass of the atmosphere, how much percent is within the height of 32 km from the earth's surface? That is your 99% generally. हेला, of the total mass of the atmosphere, हेला, within the height of atmosphere, that is your 99% of the earth's surface generally. Hello? Which gas, despite its small percentage, is crucial in atmospheric process? It we discuss करते, which gas, despite its very small percentage, it is crucial in atmospheric processes basically. जदि हम देखिबा, it is hydrogen, krypton, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Your answer is your it is carbon dioxide. I'm going to have carbon dioxide because due to carbon dioxide, our weather phenomena, particularly weather phenomena occurs because of this carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide helps in your cloud formations basically. It's crucial atmospheric process, this one. Next, see the physical condition or state of the atmosphere at any given time. The physical condition or state of atmosphere at any given time is known as weather, climate, temperature, or overall period. It is normally known as your weather at any given time. Now here the outside is your scorching heat. बहुत जोर खरा हो समर बट वर्तमान जमती बट इट इज नॉट सेम आफ्टर 2 hours if I say after 2 hours it may heavy rain है ना after 2 hours it may heavy rain so weather है ना is basically is volatile है ना it is very particularly for a short time period you can say weather so that is why it is written as physical condition and state of atmosphere known as weather climate temperature over period which sublayer of the atmosphere है ना so the climate देखियो when the weather same type of weather जो 10 years पर्यंत लंबी लाए like if a same type of air is you're going for a 10 years if it is then it is known as climate okay now last question which sublayer of the atmosphere is suitable for jet aircrafts troposphere stratosphere troposphere stratosphere and thermosphere basically का उत्तर आंसर देबो air है sublayer atmosphere by suitable jet aircrafts particularly which sublayer the atmosphere is suitable for your jet aircrafts here we already have discussed your answer is that is stratosphere basically है ना normally it is stratosphere which is basically है ना that is your responsible for or you're suitable for your jet aircrafts by stratosphere is mainly responsible answer is this one okay because this is I hope this is all about today I hope this class is useful to all okay and see normally while studying we'll have to make thorough whatever you are studying you have to make thorough of understanding read the basics books like mostly if you see the mostly your NCERT part in geography if I say mostly your NCERT part is most helpful NCERT books if I say NCERT books class 6th to 10th okay class 6 to 10th is more useful number 1 number 2 your Oxford School Atlas okay Oxford School Atlas is more important than Oxford School Atlas right so okay so these are the basics and if you go while purchasing the market you go for the new editions now it is your 36th edition is there it will be okay so one thing what is in some point of view I would like to give a message to all of you that any basics book is your fundamental your backbone of your understanding fundamental do it always okay so we'll meet again okay thank you all of you okay bye bye take care thank you